Mic test, 1, 2, mic test, mic test. Once again, mic test, mic test. This is the Quadcast 2 HyperX. Mic test, mic test. Are you receiving me, Rotary Rocket? Solid. Okay, fantastic. I have the sensitivity for the microphone set to about 5, so 50%, because I positioned the microphone directly in front of my face. Here we go. We're going to do a camera reveal. You ready for the transition? Oh, hello, hello. Here it is. This is it. You tell me if I need to increase the sensitivity or decrease it, because at this point I have no idea. I don't know if it's too sensitive, if it is too loud. I don't have a cover, so, you know, the P's and the B's might be a little bit pronounced. I'm not too sure. But I'm hoping that this is going to work out just fine. Wow, yeah, that's right. Wow, look at this thing. Look at this thing. So yesterday I was playing with it because guess what? Go figure. I was having software compatibility issues. As soon as I plugged this thing in, the laptop recognized it, but the Ingenuity software didn't. Mind you, I downloaded the Ingenuity software from their main website, and then I looked at the troubleshooting for it because it just didn't recognize the device. I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I mean, the laptop USB 3.0 hub is recognizing it, but the software isn't. So what am I supposed to do? Well, the solution was actually to download the Microsoft Store version of Ingenuity. That was the solution. Crazy, right? Now, I don't know how sensitive this mic is. There's like 4 settings on it. I'm using the cardioid version, which is just to me, because I don't want any kind of sounds to be picked up. But, yeah, interesting, isn't it? Anyway, I don't know if this is going to be the correct setting. I'm also learning positioning for camera, and hopefully it doesn't cover my face completely. I know that I'm kind of directly, I'd like to comfortably sit. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Just gonna have the seat kind of push me forward towards the mic. Yeah, this is different, man. You don't look very comfortable to me. Yeah, I'm not, like, I'm leaning forward right now. I don't know if the distance matters, because obviously the closer I am, the clearer, louder I am. I could lean towards the chair. This is the distance and this is the sensitivity. If I increase, okay, so if I increase it now to about, I don't know, like 90%, is it still okay? I'm not too loud? This is like real ASMR now. Is there a noticeable difference compared to my last stream when I was using the Steel series compared to now? I really don't know. Because you see, the thing is, I was playing with this yesterday just to kind of figure out if it's going to work. I got the arm installed here on a dinner table with the laptop sitting on top of it. I've actually taken some shots of it, so I'll post it on my Instagram so you guys can see the current setup with this thing. But yeah, can hear full bass now. Okay, fantastic. Oh, side note, interestingly enough, the Steel Series software can manipulate this microphone, like in terms of adjusting treble, bass, things like that, presets. I actually was quite surprised. Oh, I'm sorry you guys are getting hit with ads. 1 minute left. Okay, sorry. Please repeat. Okay, so what I was saying earlier, I found interesting while I was fiddling with this and then the Ingenuity software, dealing with the incompatibility. It wasn't finding the device, having to download the Microsoft Store version of the exit file, which worked. I checked if SteelSeries, the actual equalizer, can control the Hypercast. The Quadcast. And it does. I can actually adjust the treble, the bass, the mid points, the low points. Like, the equalizer can actually adjust this mic for me. And it's using a completely different software from a different company, which is really nice. I actually have to admit, I was really, really happy about that I can actually make those adjustments through the SteelSeries software for this microphone. That was pretty cool. Aside from that, I don't know if there's a noticeable quality difference between the SteelSeries microphone. Welcome. I'm glad you've returned. Let me explain what I was saying earlier after the ad break. Hello. So I was saying that the SteelSeries software, the equalizer in particular, that can manipulate, the SteelSeries mic, headset, it can actually adjust this Quadcast, which is interesting to me. It's because, it's not exclusive to SteelSeries. And for whatever reason, yeah, I was really shocked by that. I didn't realize that SteelSeries does not discriminate against what kind of devices you connect through the software, because it recognized the input for this thing and the output as well. So I selected the Quadcast through SteelSeries, its software anyway, and then I was able to adjust the treble, the bass, whatever, on the equalizer for that thing. I was like, oh my god. Well, that's really handy, I'm not going to lie. Because Ingenuity doesn't really do much. I found out. It adjusts the LED, right? The different settings for the LED. It doesn't really do much for volume, pitch, and equalizer. Like, it doesn't, for whatever reason, which shocked me. And I was like, okay, that's kind of strange, considering that's the first-party software for this. But SteelSeries is friendly, which is really cool. Thank you for the biddies. Appreciate that. Thank you. Appreciate that very much. My goodness, I didn't realize the animations were still there. That's pretty cool. I haven't used those in a long time. High Roller in the chat. No kidding. Anyway, so this is my first attempt using the Quadcast 2 HyperX. And I don't know if there's a noticeable difference. You guys are going to have to tell me. I know that eventually I have to invest in an actual circular sound dampener, because obviously the P's and the B's are going to be very pronounced. If I sit back a little bit, I don't think it's going to be that strong, but I noticed that when I'm more distant from the microphone, it's not as clear, if that makes any sense. I mean, you guys can tell me if it's, if there are clarity issues for me leaning further back from the mic. I mean, I have it currently set at 90% sensitivity gain. So, it's supposed to pick up absolutely anything, even the pin drop. You know what I mean? Let me take a sip, do some ASMR sipping. So, I've been yapping, but I realized that I need to consume some water and some food. So let me, you know what? Actually, I want to go up to my garden space, my food space, see if I can harvest something. Look. Squash. I can grab it. Okay, this is only 60%. My eggplant's not ready. But I can eat my squash. That's funny. I don't know what that... Oh, okay, that's just a messenger notification. Sounds quenching. There's farming in Rust. Is there? I haven't seen it. I've only seen the fishing portion that you showed me. But I didn't see the farming portion. Anyway, let's eat it. 40. Bam! Oh man, that's a huge chunk. Squash is good. Okay. So last I left this game, I had just achieved a blue atmosphere. So, but it's not breathable just yet because we don't have the correct mixture in the air. It's way too much oxygen, right? And too much oxygen can kill a human being too. So we're on our way, 37%, to getting the next stage, which is clouds. If you look at the display here. The going terraformation rate, KTI, is going steady. I'm happy about that, but I know that I need to increase my pressure rates because if I don't crack the planet enough, I will not be able to get those clouds going fast enough. So I do need to invest resources on that. I think that's my my next focus. I know I'm supposed to explore the debris, the crash sites, and all that kind of stuff to kind of exploit resources, but I think fundamentally I need to start cracking on this planet here, which would be these things. I need to build more of the larger lasers, though. These guys are going to be the ones that are going to increase the pressure. These small guys were kind of introductory, but I really do want to start building more of these so then we can start seeing clouds in the sky, because right now we just got a blue atmosphere. And I do like this game. I'm not gonna lie. I since I'm a science fiction fan, I think games centered around sci-fi, and there's actually a lot of simulator games out there for science fiction, survival based, that kind of stuff. But this one definitely tickles my fancy. The only gripe I have, however, is the progression system in it. It is dependent on the terraformation KTI to unlock the tree. Here, let me demonstrate what I'm talking about. Here's the blueprint tree. Each category needs to progress. So oxygen needs to reach a certain level to unlock the next part of the tree. Heat needs to increase a certain level to unlock the next part of the heat tree. Pressure, yada yada. It is dependent on the progression, so that means you have to continuously build the planet cracking lasers to continuously build new blueprints or unlock blueprints. You need to increase the rate of oxygen, which is through these little green housing pods here. You need to increase the heat, which is this stuff here. And I mean, it's okay. The progression system, I can understand they designed it deliberately that way. I just personally feel like it should be XP based instead. Because sometimes people may want to take their time, like me, building their base instead of focusing on terraforming right away. The original standard gameplay kind of encourages both. You need to expand your base gradually, but at the same time, you need to increase the rate of terraforming. So, it's a tricky thing. It's a balancing act. You're learning the balancing act in this game. So, my next order of business is to continue building those devices. These guys, the T3 drill. And let's see here. How much do I need for that? 2 aluminum, 2 titanium, 2 iron. Now, the problem is right now I haven't come across natural deposits of aluminum. I've only found aluminum through crash sites. Now, lucky for me, this container has 2 aluminum. I need more iron, though. Let's see if there's any iron sitting around here. No iron. Okay. I will have to fetch some. I'm going to go to the other temporary hub that I created for myself on the other crash site, which I had fully explored, and see if I've left any iron. Oh, look. Always good to pick up on the way. Man, what a difference in clarity once you've removed that reddish atmosphere from the sky. You see far beyond the limits, which is very nice. Because I do appreciate that detail where the climate allows you to see further. See, I actually have a lot more materials discovered from the last crash site that allows me to increase the oxygen value. But I'm not building those because, again, I noticed my pressure is extremely low. So I want to increase the pressure on this planet, or release pressure. I don't know if it's increased pressure or release pressure. I really don't know how to word it. But, yeah. We will get there. So how's your days been, Spiffy and Rotary Rocket, if you guys are still lurking in there somewhere? Hopefully you guys have had a good start. For me, I'm just happy to test my birthday present for myself, which is this stuff. Yes, I have the materials to make another planet cracker. Let's go ahead, just kind of keep in the same vicinity. There we go. Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm already seeing the value of the KTI go up exponentially. Much faster, look at that. And a new blueprint, you see? Grass spreader. I don't even know what a grass spreader does. Where is this grass spreader? Biomass, here we go. Grass spreader, 2 water bottles, magnesium, 1 aluminum, and a lirma seed. Ah, that's where the lirma seeds are used for. Okay. Wait a second. But didn't I use a lirma seed for one of these vats without knowing it would do anything? That's an oxygen thing. That's an oxygen thing. Lirma seed. Yeah, I have 1 fully grown adult lirma seed. So, okay. I will definitely use that and repurpose it for the grass spreader. I'd certainly like to spread some grass on this planet. That would be nice. Grows grass outside. Generates biomass. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so I just need 1 more aluminum. Now, that requires me to actually explore. But before I do, let me tank up on some water. Grab some crystals, you know, ice crystals on the surface, while the planet is still cold enough for that. And cracked a Pepsi. Eating pizza and cracked a Pepsi. You're having the best time of your life. My God, I'm envious. You know what, to be fair, though, I do have flatbread that I could make if I wanted to. And I could eat that. In terms of food, you know what? Believe it or not, I'm not too worried. I've been reliant on space food that I've been discovering from crashed relics or derelicts. Well, not derelict would be in space. Crash sites. And I've been surviving. Yes, I have been growing my own food. Mind you, it takes forever. Let's take a look at the eggplant, for instance. It was at 60% earlier. Jesus, only 95%. All that yapping and it's still... Wow, squash grows faster than eggplant. I just harvested this thing and it's at 65% already. I should be investing on squash instead of eggplants. Eggplants take fucking forever. Oh, yeah, I'm supposed to produce water for myself. Okay. Let me make some water. Because I need it. I needs it. Needs it. Uh-oh. we having another meteor storm? Oh yeah, meteor storm. My hope is that none of those things hit my base. I really hope that doesn't happen and that they didn't actually design this meteor shower to actually strike your base. I'd be curious if they do. But, you know, to be honest, I'm playing on normal. Maybe on hard difficulty they do. I have no idea. I have yet to be struck by a meteor. Okay, I actually don't need to carry this magnesium on me or the iron right now, so I'm just going to put it away. Okay, I could eat something. The eggplant's almost ready. I'll eat the eggplant. Yes, okay. I forgot what the value of the eggplant is. 25. I'm wasting resources on this eggplant nonsense because it only gives you 25 health, whereas squash, which grows faster, gives you 40 health. That's nuts. I cannot believe eggplant is weaker than squash. And I have more food seeds in the other... actually, I have a lot of seeds here. Look how many eggplant seeds I have. I have more squash seeds. You know what I'm going to do? This is what I'm going to do. I'm swapping it, man. I'm putting squash in this baby. Yeah. Squash is the way to go. Eggplants are weak sauce in this game. And, you know, personally, I prefer eggplant over squash in real life. But I don't have that option right now. I don't have real squash. Okay, so I'm going to go and venture now. I'm going to head towards that debris, although it's covered in dust right now. I don't know what's up with that, but I want to check it out. To save myself oxygen, it's best to build these portable building units. They're not really portable, to be honest. I'd have to break it down, but I don't want to break it down because I have 2 storage lockers inside of this thing. But yeah, this is how I find conserving oxygen is to build these in various different distances and as I explore. Because it doesn't demand much, just 2 iron, 1 titanium to make one of these things. And then for an entry point, 1 iron, 1 titanium, and 1 silicon. So I could just like gather this right here for my personal use when I get to the next crash site. Because it's obvious that I'm gonna go there, build a base, use it as oxygen, essentially. That's how it's because I don't want to craft oxygen containers when I could just do something like this. You know what I mean? It just makes more sense to me to just do it that way. Okay, let's head out. Oh, look, there's a box that I have not looted. A crate, which has space food and aluminum. I shall take that. Aluminum is a scarce resource. You find it, you take it. And it takes priority over everything else in this game. Okay, now, here's my concern and worry. This dust field is thick, and I don't know if that's an issue for my character. We're in a sand duney place. Once I gather enough aluminum, I will create a grass spreader. I really do need to start changing the surface of this planet as well. Okay, so it's not so bad. It's just extremely thick with a lot of sand and dust and shit. I gotta build a base somewhere here, though. Wow, this is a larger crash site in comparison to the last one there. New message received. Okay, well, I don't have a communications system built nearby, so I can't check the message. Time to build quickly before I run out. Actually, no. I have to take a oxygen capsule. I was about to run out of air, and I would probably pass out before I even build this thing. Ah, there we go. Now we have fresh oxygen. Probably might build a couple lockers like I did with the last site, so that way I can store shit in here. Oh, but I need more iron. What do I have on me? Oh, just one iron, one silicon. Okay, let me get some iron if I can find some in this vicinity. Visibility is actually difficult for me here. I sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, I get confused by the material color, because iron sometimes might look similar to silicon based on its shading. So it does confuse me sometimes. Yeah, I got enough for 2 lockers. Oop. I could get lost in this dense bullshit. So, in your honest opinion, guys, do you think this microphone is better than the Arctis Nova 7 Pro? Oops, it's kind of screwed up on that. Let me break that down again. Yay. Now I can harvest whatever I want to harvest in that base and just dump everything here and just keep going back. I'm going to eat this food, I'm going to drink this water, and let's go. Let's check out this debris field. Completely unsure what I can harvest from here. These fallen pieces, I actually do not think I can harvest anything from these fallen pieces. I think I should probably approach this main structure here. I have a torch, don't I? Yep, I have a torch. Kind of makes you wonder why so many vessels crashed in this planet. I'm sure there's some lore to it, hence the message and telecommunication system. But so far, nothing of import. Can I interact with this ladder? Seems like I can. Okay, that descends, so it takes me down. What do we got here? Eggplant seed. Yeah, like as if I really need it, but whatever. I'll take whatever I can find. Blueprint microchips. Those are invaluable. They unlock blueprints for you, so you don't have to go and wait for the damn tree to do it for you. So I do appreciate that. Look at all this cabin space. Communal. Very communal. Let's just say that nobody could shag unless people like to shag in each other's presence in this place. But nope. But I do believe people would probably like secretly fap under their blankets or something like that if they were sexually frustrated in this place. But no sense of privacy in this place. That's for sure. Warning, oxygen level low. Okay, I'll take one of my containers. Can't open those. Those are just kind of there. What do we have here? Something I've never discovered before. Apparently I got to achieve a golden flower. Rocket engine. Oh my goodness. I guess that's a very good thing I came across these things. Am I full? Almost full. Okay. More aluminum. I take your aluminum and everything else in between. Time to go back to that small little base I built and dump everything I just bricked. And then I'll come back here and continue. Okay. It's not so bad. That was a pretty good haul. What's really odd? What do you find odd? I wonder what the significance of the rocket engine itself is. What can I use that for? Because I was able to grab it, but I have no idea in terms of its interaction. By what capacity can I use that for? But that's okay. You know, I'm just kind of learning things still. All right. Something tells me it's going to be a lot of trips inside this structure. A lot of trips. I gotta try to refrain from blowing into the mic, I just realized. Because I was hearing the puffery. I can hear that. What is this? Bioplastic nugget. Mushroom seeds. Ooh. Everything is good. Take it all. Oh, god damn it, man. I can't carry all. New blueprint. Launch platform. Aha. That's what the engine is for. For me to build a rocket ship. It reveals itself in time. Almost the same as the Autobot ship. You know what, actually? Let me take a distance so I can take a look at it. You know what? You know what? Especially the nose of the cockpit, especially. Yeah, you're right. I'm sure it might have been an inspiration. Come on, let's face it. So much of entertainment today is just a copy of the 80s and the 90s. Even the music industry can't freaking innovate musically anymore. It's just samples of 90s tracks. Uh-oh. Am I turning it on and off? What's going on? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. No, it's supposed to be on. Curious as to why. Oh, okay. That was a bit unusual. To be fair, though, just to explain what's going on with that camera, that's my cell phone, right? My Samsung Galaxy S20. Oops, I spent too much time losing oxygen. I need to go back. It's the Galaxy S23, and I'm using a software that's pretty much streaming my phone to OBS. So I'm using a HTTP of the website that's streaming my phone to OBS. That's essentially what I'm doing now. Instead of using my laptop camera, because the laptop camera is outdated and not as clear visually, as opposed to me just using the better quality camera off my phone. So if you're ever seeing that, thank you for telling me that. It's generally dependent on my Wi-Fi. So it's it's a good thing and a bad thing, because obviously we all know the strength of my internet here. So sometimes it might dip, sometimes it might not. It depends entirely on how we're siphoning the kbps, mbps in this communal space. So yeah, thank you for noticing. I appreciate you telling me that. I need to drink again. All right. I noticed that my character is parched. Oh, by the way, I saw an achievement while I was investigating my camera. I think we have clouds in the sky. We have clouds in the sky. Look, we are creating an atmosphere. This is me whispering. Yeah, so pretty cool, isn't it? Pretty cool. I like that. I really do. I like terraforming. I think in another life, in the future, if I ever get reincarnated, I would definitely like to partake in a terraforming mission, if assuming humanity reaches that far. Let me break this down. I don't mind taking the materials that are creating these. Okay, let's head back up and further explore. Yeah, see, this is pretty much streaming on a discount, on a budget, right? I work with what I got, and I figure it out. And, you know, small, minor investments like this microphone, for instance. Things like that, eventually. They do go a long way, I can imagine. Next thing I need to purchase, obviously, is the circular pad, or whatever the hell the official term is. I don't even know the damn term. But you know what I'm talking about. So that way my P's and my Q's and whatever else is not too pronounced as I talk into the mic. Oxygen levels are low. So let me proceed to back to my little hut, my little base, mini base, for free oxygen instead of me wasting resources. Those canisters are precious. Yeah, exactly, see? Or I could solve my problem. I could craft this, a crafting station, yeah? Temporarily, anyway. So then I could craft oxygen capsules, because it just needs cobalt. 2, in fact, to make 1 oxygen canister. Oh, camera's dipping again. There's nothing I could really do about that. That's the Wi-Fi, man. The camera's dipping, it's the Wi-Fi, or it's the battery. I have no idea, because I do have the thing. Hold on a second. When things like that happen, I do have this as a backup, but it's not good quality, obviously, right? Ideally, I would prefer to use the other thing. But I'll have to go and check again. You know, to be honest with you, I didn't actually charge my camera. Sorry, I didn't charge my phone fully. Even though it's on a leash, I know that the battery drains like crazy when I'm streaming with the camera. And so it might not be actually keeping up with the charge rate for the battery. So that is the problem. Hold on, let me take off that camera border. Oh wait, did I just see the camera come back? Yeah, I did. Son of a gun, man. Why you gotta play with me like that, son of a bitch? Sons of bitches. Sorry. Oh my god. Oh my god. Imagid. Yeah, it's a bit of a hassle. You know what? It's acting up for whatever reason. I do not know why. Maybe it's just too much demand on my Wi-Fi. Because the laptop is wired for the stream, but then again, you know, the phone is on Wi-Fi, and, you know. Like I said, guys, I'm streaming on a budget. It's as if it's going to sleep mode. Maybe that's the issue. I don't know. It shouldn't do, because in past streams it never has. So I really don't know. Anyway, I've crafted some oxygen. Oh, what happened here? Did the controller die? Come on, wake up. What's going on? Yeah, I think the controller battery is dead. That's hilarious. Okay, hold on. One moment. Oh my goodness. Okay, that should hopefully be fully charged. Yeah, it's a fully charged battery. I just had to swap out the battery. I had to swap out the battery because nap time. All the technical issues. I know, you know, I don't stream enough for it to be consistent, you know, and as a result, whenever I set up, and this is also a brand new setup because I got the arm, I got the mic, and you know, me having to troubleshoot that, and then, you know, now that I'm streaming, I'm having the camera misbehaving, more so the actual stream of my camera misbehaving. It's just too much for a very cheap setup. What can I say? It's not great. I'm not happy about it. Wish it could be better. Okay, so I need to unload. What was I planning? I did the oxygen tanks. Okay, yeah, just unload this shit. Unload on my locker. And let me sort, just to make it a little cleaner. Eat and drink and venture out. Okay, we are continuing our looting expedition on this crash site. We have clouds. Success. I mean, the purpose essentially for this stream was for me to reach clouds, and I'm extremely happy about that. I reached the clouds. You know, eventually I'm going to stop having to worry about oxygen, and then that'll be nice, right? But for now, I still need to worry about oxygen because there's too much oxygen in the air. Lirma seeds, those are for grass growing. Nulna seed, I'm getting some seeds here, baby. Oh, but I can't break those down, I see. Okay, that's fine. More aluminum. I welcome aluminum like no tomorrow, guys. If I can have it, I will take it. Because that essentially is what's going to help me grow the grass. And have the grass grow. Is by having aluminum for the crafting of grass growing. But it would be nice to find natural deposits of aluminum. I don't know where the hell that is on this planet. Okay, I do appreciate that insight and that perspective, Rocket. I wouldn't think about it too much. Yeah, you're right. Just go with the flow, right? Things happen, you know. But it's audience members like yourself that are helpful to someone like me who's able to actually fix them and try to troubleshoot them anyway. Because if I don't have anybody sitting in on my streams, even for a brief moment, I cannot tell. Even though I have my other phone here to monitor the stream with and to also look at chat. You know what I mean, man. I just make do with what I got. But at least I'm trying to, I'm putting the effort. I'm trying to, anyway. I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to do it. No, I should quote fucking Yoda. Do or do not. I'm doing it. I'm just doing it. I'm doing it. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. Let me break this down. I honestly do not know how deep this place goes and how much there is in this place. I do welcome more squash. I'm not going to lie, when I head back to my main base, I will build more hubs for squash because squash gives me 40 food. And that is like so much better than eggplant. I didn't realize it when I was playing it last time. I'm glad I found out now. Oh, hey. Is that a... Oh, wait, what? Oh, there we go. Another blueprint chip. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I think I'm going to go up the ladder. Ooh. What do we have here? What's going on? Another blueprint chip. Thank you. I don't know what this container does, honestly. I've seen a couple of these. I think those are, if I'm not mistaken, it's a reactor, right? So that means that has to power something in this ship. I don't know if I possess the materials to power said ship, if you can even do that in this. But I have to be back for just that chest. That's hilarious. But yeah, you know. You know. Oxygen level low. That's not a problem. I made a canister for myself. Yeah, it's cool that I have clouds. Alright. All I need to do is grab whatever's left in that chest. I think I've fully been able to explore. I mean, I don't know. This is the front entrance of the thing. I don't know if there's a back entrance. I have no clue. Wait a tick. Am I lost? Yes, I am. Iridium rod, extremely condensed iridium. Ooh. Okay, that's a new material I haven't come across yet. So you can condense materials to refine ingots, basically. I mean, that's basic crafting 101 for games like these. You get raw first, and then you get refined later. Okay, I think I've fully explored this area. So now I think it's safe for me to leave. However, I will admit, I feel like based on the size of this, base, that there would be more, but seems like I think I've fully explored it. Yeah, okay. Because I can't pry any of the entry hatches. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. No, I did not go this way, I don't think. Let me get some oxygen. Let me get some water. Let me get some food. I know it's a bit weird that the game kind of lets you do that. Eating and drinking while still needing oxygen. Watch a necromorph pop up and some xenomorphs. That would be fucking funny. Oh, more uniforms. Wow, that box is full of iron. Cool. I mean, I certainly don't mind grabbing more iron. I'm glad I went back that way. I thought I fully explored that way, but I was completely wrong. By the way, the objective of the game is to reach 250,000 KTI. I'm currently at 433. I am going to be nowhere near the actual endgame value. And I don't even know how long I'm going to need to play to reach it. But I'd like to think that when I start building more planet-cracking lasers and, stuff, if I just build more, I will eventually get that rate faster. But right now, my concentration has been procuring aluminum because it's a scarce resource. And here I am now needing to build another locker. Wait, what the hell did I just do? It's backwards. It's backwards. That's funny. I'm glad that this game actually gives you the full dividends of resources back. It doesn't just give you a partial when you break things down. That is extremely useful. I mean, it would add a little bit of flavor if they did add aliens to this game. I don't know about it. There are 2 expansion passes available on this. The Toxic pack or whatever, and the other one is Frozen pack or whatever. I'm not really calling their names correctly, actually. But they're... One is dealing with an irradiated, extremely dangerous planet, like extremely hazardous, more hazardous than this one. And then the other one, I guess, is, extreme negative temperatures and stuff like that, so. I think I went the wrong way, didn't I? I think so. Yeah. Because I didn't fully explore this end. Oh, just perfect, too. I actually have enough suits. I do not need to farm any more suits. I think I have like 4 in my main base. Okay, now I can officially say I've fully explored this base. I think. Although it's not a base, it's a crashed ship. Just kind of makes me think of it as a base because it's grounded. Okay, we have officially looted what we could from here. I'm going to now head back to my main base. I'm going to take the blueprint chips. Whoops, yanked the cable accidentally. So blueprint chips are a must to take with me. Apparently I got 4. Nice. Okay, after that, I'm going to take all the aluminum that I found. Which is 7 aluminum. That's not bad. And I'm going to take the super alloy. because that's also a must for certain crafting. I'm going to leave the rest here. If I need to pick it up, I will come back here by foot. Now, apparently, in this game, you can have automated drones doing all the things that you are normally doing by hand and by foot. Haven't obviously progressed the tree yet to the point where I can have drones, but I look forward to it when it does happen. Oh, it looks like we got ourselves a dust storm. So right now I'm just heading to... You see, this is a brilliant way of conserving oxygen for my character. I do not need to worry too much because I can just go between that hub that I just created, this hub, and then eventually reach my main hub, which is the way I've kind of decided to play this game. I like how seamless it is. I'm going to make a critique about Halo Campaign Evolved, by the way. There is no way for you to change between perspective third person and first person. It's a skull, essentially, just a skull to activate third person when you're playing that. Kind of dumb. You know, we're in 2026. Why are we subjecting ourselves to these kind of backwards game design choices? I don't know. Okay, so I have to submit these blueprints. Decode. Big living compartment. Ooh, hello. I bet you it's going to need a lot of iron. Shredder machine. That's the next blueprint I just unlocked. T1 GPS satellite. Okay. So tier 1. And an area lamp. Okay, so a couple of cosmetic items for base building, but then there are probably some fundamental structural things. Now here's something interesting. Let's take a look here. Currently at 22% before we start seeing it rain. Since we already have clouds, that makes sense. We're going to eventually have moisture in the air, enough moisture for it to rain. I think I should build those pods that create grass when it starts raining. Because I feel like, yeah, I can grow grass, but then what's going to sustain it, right? I still need rain. So I'm not going to build those just yet. And if anything, I want to increase the terraformation rate. So maybe a bit more oxygen. Actually, you know what? When I look at the PPTs for oxygen, heat, actually, I think I need to heat up this planet more. Because look at the heat rate. It's not going up as fast. Okay, so maybe I should just, you know, build more heat. And maybe more food containers. That would be useful. Because I certainly could use the squash. Look at that. Squash. 40 health. I don't even need to eat the other squash. Unbelievable how that is, eh? Crazy. Okay. Well then, if I can build an expanse to my base, I kind of want to see how much resource it takes, though. Holy, big living compartment needs 3 iron, 3 titanium, and 2 super alloy. But the super alloy is actually a rare material. Ah, the tier 3 heater uses the iridium rod. Aha, aha. Well, why not make one since I have that rod? What other piece of technology needs iridium rods? Recycling machine breaks items down into their core components, which requires 3 super alloy. Shredder machine also needs super alloy, and then an explosive powder, which I do not have not found. Launch platform greatly speeds up the terraformation process by sending rockets into space. Aha. Greatly speeds up the terraformation process. Should I prioritize this instead for the 3 super alloys that I have? Why would you play Halo in third person? It's mainly first person. No, I agree. Halo is a first person experience. But they featured in Campaign Evolve for this year, the remake, a skull that you can discover at the bridge nose of the Pillar of Autumn on the first mission. When you drop down between the 2 consoles where the 2 people are sitting at the nose of the ship, or at least at the nose of the bridge, you can find a skull that is called Perspective, and it unlocks third-person mode. So you can play Halo Campaign Evolved in third person. Let's see. So, choices, you know, like, I don't have a uranium rod. Nuclear reactor generates energy that powers all machines on the planet. Oh, wouldn't that be nice? But I don't have a uranium rod. I haven't come across one yet. Communications. Oh, shit. Why am I standing outside going to pass out soon? There we go. Spending time just researching and understanding what I can and cannot do. Transmission screen. I need one of those, actually. And a mapping screen as well. Microchip compass. Hold on. Oh, okay. Microchip needs aluminum. Man, but aluminum is so scarce. It's like I have to really pick and choose how to spend my aluminum efficiently and correctly. Like, I want to... Yeah, no. There's just too much dependency on aluminum for those chips. I do not want to waste them. I'm okay without being able to have a map. I'm okay with no maps. Screw it. My map is here, right in my noggin. This is my map. Yeah, this is a tough choice. Because I have 7. 7 aluminum. How do I want to spend it? Okay, so in terms of super alloy, because I only have 3 chunks, destroys items placed inside. Breaks items down into the core components. But I don't have a processor to make like refined metals. Like I don't have a means to create iridium rods, even though I have iridium, like raw iridium. I have it. I just don't have a means to make rods. And I don't see anything that's like a resource refinement, like a refining machine. And it doesn't look like the crafting station's designed to do that. So fuck. I don't know. I do not know. Okay. I've made a decision. I'm going to use 1 aluminum, the iridium rod, which I didn't take, by the way. I'm an idiot. I should have taken that with me. I do want to make the tier 3 heater. I have to huff it back just to grab the iridium rod. Okay, so while I'm here, let me make a launch platform. Yeah, let's do that. It increases the terraformation rate, right? That's what we want. So, I'm going to build this launch platform, see what happens afterwards. Oh, but the energy cost. I have to think about that. 55. What's my energy at? Yeah, I'm close to... No, I need more energy. My consumption rate right now is at 91 out of 98 for kilowatts. If I bake that launch platform, everything shuts down. I won't be able to freaking continue terraforming, so no. Do not do that until you've produced enough energy to sustain a launch platform. So I really would love this nuclear reactor because, yeah, look how much a nuclear reactor gives you. 86 kilowatts of energy. Because the solar panel, this one, tier 2, only gives you 19. I would have to have so many of these things and a lot of aluminum to be wasted on that. No. I think I need a uranium rod. I don't know where I'm going to find a uranium rod. Yeah, I'm going to need an uranium rod. I don't know where I'm going to find it, though. So right now, I need to solve my power issues in order to accommodate a launch platform. I don't care about a shredder machine. I also don't care about a recycling machine. Because I don't need core components. I need a refiner, if anything. Ooh, wait a second. Advanced craft station. Craft new advanced tools and blueprints. Ooh, that is a priority. Shit, it is a priority. Because the T2 is it's not going to cut it, in my opinion. And I need to find out if maybe the advanced craft station actually enables me to craft refined materials. Okay. I have a sort of an idea of where I want to take myself right now. Because I said that I'm not going to do grass spreader until it starts raining out. 31% to get to that. It's going to be slow crawl. I want to solve power as an issue, but in order for me to have power, I need the uranium rod. I need to find a uranium rod. I hope I can find a uranium rod in one of these crash sites, which I still have yet to explore. So I'm going to still keep looking for that. Heat. I want to make this, so I can make this. I just need to huff back to that old place. Grab the iridium rod, come back, create the tier 3 heater so that I can warm up the planet faster and maybe it will start raining. Who knows? But this will require 17 energy. I don't have energy to accommodate a tier 3 heater, so energy is priority. I need to find a uranium rod. That's the solution I need. Okay, so basically everything will work fine in terms of my priority in building things, in crafting things, once I find uranium rod. I mean, ideally it would be nice if I could craft it, but I can't. Ore extractor. Hey, check it out. I got an ore extractor blueprint just unlocked. There it is. And it requires an iridium rod. Extracts ores from the ground depending on where it's placed. You see, these are things I'm gonna need down the road, but I don't even know how to make an iridium rod. Freaking don't know the solution on that one. I'm not looking it up online. I'm kind of just playing blind, just so everybody knows. Because I'd prefer to, play blind playthrough, learn as I go kind of thing. It's more enriching for me, as opposed to cheating and looking it up online and being like, oh, now I can make informed decisions. You know what? The best experiences in life are uninformed experiences, uninformed decisions. They're memorable versus just kind of breaking metas and cheating in games and things like that. I prefer, like, research, sure. You know what? If you want to be really good at a game, research, for sure. No harm doing that. Of course, I do recommend at least playing the game a little bit raw before you start going ahead of yourself and researching and trying to get ahead in the game. Because that, is a better experience, in my opinion. That's how I would do it. I'm not saying everybody has to do it that way. Okay, so I am going to go back, get that iridium rod, bring it back here. In the meantime, I could at least craft a couple of lockers upstairs, though. Because I don't actually have any space here. It's a very cramped space here, I know. Very cramped. You know, eventually I will build a more refined station for my base. This is, again, I'm treating everything in terms of crafting base-wise as temporary. It's not permanent, you know. When I'm going to want aesthetically pleasing looking base, then I'm going to eventually, I'm going to eat that squash. I really dig it, man. I really appreciate the growth rate of the squash. All right, let me go back to, yeah, let's go back to that place, get the iridium rod and anything else that might be of value, bring it back to my main base. And I'm thinking about going far yonder that direction to see if I can find some iridium, no, not iridium rods, uranium rods. Because you see, I have discovered raw uranium. What can I do with it? Nothing. Right now, I haven't found any purpose with uranium, raw uranium. Like, none of the blueprints have shown me anything in that. But yeah, that rocket platform would be nice. A rocket. It's looking nice and clear over there, by the way. Before it was like covered in dust and shit. Heading to my little cube that's currently storing my iridium rod, which I had found. You know what? I want to take a look at the back of that structure. There's this kind of weird control tower thing that I see to the left over there. And I kind of want to explore it, see if I can get inside. It'd be nice if I could find out. Hello. Back here again. You see, I have uranium. I just don't know what to do with it. Don't know. Where did I put that rod? Oh, there you are. Oh, and there's another super alloy. Nice. What else can I take with me while I come back? Bioplastic nuggets. I think I should take that with me. And I will take the engine, rocket engine. Holy shit, look at that. Golden seed gives you 600% oxygen. Yes, please, I will take that. And I will also take my squash. Tusca seeds give 400% oxygen. You know what, actually? I'm taking it all. Their rate is higher than some of the pods currently using, or rather, the pods that I currently have creating oxygen. They're at 150%. If I swap them out for these guys, I can actually triple my oxygen production. So, yeah, I think I might do that. Yeah. I'll take one more Lirma. Okay, I'm good. Now, before I head back to base, I want to just take a look at the back end of this thing. Good news is, so far, the camera's holding. I don't know, maybe it was just a kind of weird hiccup that happened last time. T1 blueprint pinning. Microchip. Look. Uh-huh. Mushroom seeds. Okay, so I could have actually looted this before I proceeded to head back. That's okay, I'll remember next time. But it doesn't look like I can actually get in that control tower. You know, going around this thing. Those large blue crystals, I'm not too sure what they are, what they signify, what kind of material they are. Ah, okay, interesting. I'm noticing the glass is exposed like it's broken. I'm sure there's going to be some sort of jetpack upgrade or something eventually. Maybe I can be able to squeeze through up there. You know what I mean? Because I can see that the glass is broken on one side of the pane. You know, there's a lot to do. A lot to do. And this is a co-op game, by the way. So you can play with others. It could probably speed things up if you had more people to help. But, you know, I'm doing this by myself, so the rate at which my progress is going to be much slower compared to people playing online together. So did you guys get the chance, because, okay, there's a reason why I'm playing Planet Cracker, Planet Crafter. There's a reason why I'm playing this. It's because this month in particular has a lot of astrological events happening. Not sure if anybody knows, but currently today should be a solar eclipse. Now, of course, depending on the region that you're in, you will see more of it and you might see less of it. Unfortunately, here in Saskatchewan, nada, de nada, very little. But, you know, other people got to see more substantial coverage, which is cool. In fact, my cousin's fiance posted on her Instagram story feed of the solar eclipse from the Polish perspective over in Poland. And she saw it during the sunset. It was very, very nice. Very cool. Okay, here I am. I'm going to proceed to put the iridium rod away for now, because I need to find a uranium rod. And if I'm already discovering an iridium rod, there's got to be a good chance that, you know, there has to be a crash site with a uranium rod in it, so I could then craft what is needed. Okay, so these oxygen multipliers are essential, purely essential to boost the amount of oxygen that I'm producing. So let us go down and take a look to see. So these guys are only 150. So let's swap that out with a 250. Okay. And this one is 250. So anything that's 150 is going to get swapped. Golden seed is going inside this one. Bam. And then let's replace this one as well. 400%. Bam. 200, 300. Okay, we'll swap this out for a 300. Bam. Anything with low values are going to be replaced with higher value percentage. 300. Okay. And 200. Okay. So now I see the purpose of having a recycler or a shredder. I don't need these low quality Shanga seeds. I don't need them because they're so low in output for oxygen. I don't need them, so they're just going to be a waste of space. So later down the road, I will make a shredder or a recycler for these seeds. need water. Wow, the rate of squash growth. It's like I don't even need to eat space food anymore thanks to squash. Who would have known? Squash is the way to go. Okay, what I do want to take with me, obviously, is the ability to build another hub next to another crash site. Titanium, silicon. Okay. That's maybe it's because it's in the shade. Because titanium, but they have different colors. Okay, I'm making my way here. Never explored this region or area. Unsure exactly what to expect. Feels very different atmospherically. Natural deposit of aluminum? Are you kidding me? This is the aluminum zone. Oh my god. You gotta be kidding me. Have I just stumbled by accident? It was just one piece though. Okay. I have now officially answered my fears. Or my qualms, or my concerns, which is aluminum is here. This is where you will find aluminum. Fantastic. I might want to build something here. We have a crash site here, but I do not think I can enter it. Okay, so now I know where aluminum is. It's over here. I will build... Hold on a second. Oxygen capsule. I'm going to build a temporary hub here next to that debris. If I can find it. Yeah, somewhere around here is good enough, actually. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Now we just need to build some things to store here. Oh, hey, new blueprint biodome has been unlocked. Fantastic. Very happy. Very cool. Making progress as I further explore the planet, which is nice, you know, honestly. Being able to discover what is needed. Because I was so worried that I had to go to every debris field and be like, okay, this is the aluminum, the only aluminum the game's giving me right now. But no, there are actual natural deposits of aluminum. And it's in this particular, I don't know what you'd call it, like a canyon space? Either way, I'm happy. Happy I discovered it. Very, very happy. Man, so much aluminum available in this space. I can't believe I didn't realize to go this way. Even a blueprint, some cloth. Yeah, man, like... Don't know what the hell made me... I guess because I thought the other vessel being larger than it was, I thought maybe, hey, maybe there's something more substantial there. And technically there was. I mean, there was the aluminum rod, right? Let me build a crafting station here. So then I can craft an oxygen canister. And I need to craft... excuse me. I need to craft some water. I'm running low on the bottles. Yeah, well, I had a feeling I could get in this thing. But no uranium rods, sadly. That's okay. Okay, it's okay. I'll eventually find something. Yeah, the objective, explore, and gather. Because right now, as you can see, I'm not really spending too much time during this session to build as much. Not compared to my first stream. This one's more focused on procuring like materials and being able to eventually solve my power problem, which requires a uranium rod. But at least I've solved my aluminum crisis. I'm happy about that. Hold on a second. I feel like the microphone is still covering my face too much, so let me just make a few minor adjustments here. I think that's better. Because you can still see my face, right? I think anyway. Hold on. I can't tell. Yeah, you see, that makes more sense. This positioning is way better. Yeah, okay. That's how I should be extending the arm. Not having it right in my face. You know, it's my first time. It's my first time using this, okay? So I do have to apologize if you know, I'm kind of troubleshooting shit. I do apologize. But it's, you know, it's just me trying to figure things out. You know, with new toys and all. Wow, now I have an abundance of space food. I really do not have to worry about food anymore. Even though squash was already solving my problems to begin with. But I am now taking up too much space with space food. I think I'm just going to have 2 of each right now. Okay. Okay, so hold on a second. Before I venture out any further, I need to start kind of figuring things out and how I want to prioritize my, you know, structuring here, because I said I wanted to craft the launch platform. But now that I've realized how useless some things are, destroys items placed inside, I certainly wouldn't mind destroying the seeds that are producing the least amount of oxygen, for instance. So making a shredder machine would be nice, but I don't have osmium. Haven't come across osmium. So I couldn't even make one. Recycling, though. I'd have to craft a couple of microchip deconstructions. Okay. Suppose I'll take some iron. Most recipes require iron. Silicon. Silicon. Cobalt. Oh, what the hell? What's this? The uranium rod. I get it. I get it. Gold. Okay, I don't know what the golden effigy is. Must be decorative. What a find. Hidden underneath that, too. Uranium rod. That's hilarious. And the gold, and it's a golden crate. Of course I'm going to take the golden crate. Okay, that's hilarious, dude. What are the chances that me going back here just to find some magnesium, just creates a couple of microchips, I'd end up discovering the uranium rod right under my nose, and it was like directly, I walked past it. I can't believe it. Anyway, I'm happy that I found it. That's fantastic for me. Very happy I found it. That means I can actually solve my energy crisis. At least immediately, just to accommodate that one particular thing, eh? Alright. So I have another golden seed, so I can swap another container with that golden seed. You know, gradually, things are looking pretty good. Wait a second, a use? How do you use the golden effigy? I do not know. I have no clue. Okay, so this one's 200. I can swap that out with a 300 if I want. How's this going? Going good. They're all going good, these ones. Lirma seed, I'm going to pull you out. Swap with oxygen. Lirma seed, going to pull you out. Swap with the golden seed. 250. Nolna, okay. Yeah, all these subtle things, you know, it makes a huge difference. I'm not gonna interact with that just yet. Okay. So objective right now is to produce more power to accommodate more components. I have enough super alloy to do it. So let's do it. Question is, where do I want to build it? Okay, not inside. Maybe outside. Foundation angle blueprint. Okay. Oh, this thing is huge. Okay. It's pretty big. Pretty big. See if we can build it on top of this, if possible. I don't know if I can, actually. I really don't. Because I'm trying to see if I could put it on the roof. First of all, can I even navigate up there? Everything's in the way. Okay, never mind. I was hoping to put it on the roof. That's fine. For the purposes of it being aesthetically pleasing. Okay, so I can't actually build this outside from the looks of things. It has to be inside. Right? Is that it? I can't even build it inside because... okay, because the ceiling is too low. So, what's the solution here? What do I need to do? Well, what I need is water. I'm going to dehydrate soon. Alright, let's fetch some crystals. Ice crystals specifically. Okay, how to solve my issue here? Okay, this is just going to be temporary. I know it powers me down a little bit, but this is just purely to access the roof of this building here. So then I can then proceed to build that there, and then proceed to build this here. Bam! We did it. We have uranium power. Thanks to finding that uranium rod. So what's the power index now? I gotta take a look. Wow, 184 kilowatts. Okay, yeah. That gives me a chance to finally build that platform, the rocket ship platform, to increase the terraforming rate, which I intend to do. So, with that in mind, I need 3 iron, 3 titanium, 3 superalloy. So where can I find a quick and easy access to iron? I know I have a lot in the other places, though. Might as well grab my squash. And then, yeah, and then I'm gonna build the, yeah, okay. Heat after the platform. I don't know why, but I feel like the platform, because it says it exponentially increases the rate, so I'd like to do the platform first, rocket ship platform versus the heat, tier 3. So what do I need? Titanium. Okay, I got what I need. I just need to go back and get the superalloy. Look at that, actually. Ever since I produced the uranium power source, for whatever reason, we're at the 70% rate to get to rain. The question is, where the hell do I want to build that? Yeah, I had a feeling it was a large structure. Okay. let's go somewhere where it's flat. And while I'm at it, maybe gather these. Okay, we have created a large rocket platform. Now, of course, without the rocket, because I know, I kind of expected. Ah, you see now, it's a good thing I discovered that rocket engine, because it's meant for this. Magnetic field protection rocket. Attracts iridium asteroids, gives a global generation bonus by protecting the magnetic field. Pressure multiplier. Wow, by 1,000%. Holy shit. Attracts iridium. So, is that a good thing, though, attracting iridium here? Because I'm a little bit worried that it's just going to knock everything down. Well, it's okay. That's fine. It just means that I'll have natural iridium falling from the sky so I can, you know, harvest. Because I've been only finding iridium in the crash site, so that's not too terrible, right? Anyway, okay. I know what I need. I never know what some of these sound prompts are when I'm hearing them. Okay, cool. Oh, shit. Oh my god. I'm not paying attention to my oxygen. Quick. Oh, thank God. While I'm at it, I can actually look at a message. Welcome to your assigned planet. First reach 100. Create a blue atmosphere. Okay. Yeah, I ain't gonna grow grass until I get rain. That's a freaking fact. Okay, what's the power distribution like? Can I create a tier 3 heat just to see if I can fit it within my grid? 147 out of 184. How much is the tier 3? Oh, it tells me already. Okay, I have 37 kilowatts available to me. How much is a tier 3? It only requires 17 energy. Well within my limits. Well within my limits. Okay. Cool. Well within my limits, for sure. I wonder if I can build it right on that platform there. Like on the edge. Just out of curiosity, I kind of want to see if I can. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, okay. I see you have to be inside an actual building to do that. Okay. Or maybe on the building, like I did with the uranium energy source on the top. You think it's a good idea putting a heat distributor next to that? Oh, I can't even do... Okay, interesting. So what, inside? Does it have to be inside? Oh, it does, okay. I see, that's okay. Learn as I go, I guess. I admit, this base interior is cluttered as fuck. It is extremely cluttered, I admit. This is like a kleptomaniac's nightmare. But okay, yeah, that's fine. I'll deal with it, eventually. How's the heat rate now? Okay, 115. Okay, so it's sort of growing faster than it did before, which is nice. But based on, I think I'm getting a single terraformation digit per minute, or maybe per 30 seconds or something like that, which isn't terrible, right? Look, the chances of us getting rain is going to be much sooner than I expected because it's increasing the percentage here. It's actually going up faster. But in order for me to craft the iridium rocket, or whatever the magnet rocket that I'm supposed to launch from that pad, I do need another super alloy, I think. Yeah, because I only have the one, but I do have the rocket engine, so that's useful. Okay, at least now I don't have to worry about aluminum, now that I have an actual place to farm aluminum. Okay, so I prioritize this, and then I prioritize this. I've built those things. I built the 3 things that I said I was going to build, right? The nuclear reactor, the tier 3 heater, and the launch platform. Next thing I probably want to do, or focus on now... yes. I should craft a advanced craft station. Biodome wouldn't be a terrible idea if I want to continue increasing oxygen, because look, it's 135 oxygen per second. But it still requires super alloy, and I haven't found a means to develop that. I got 20 kilowatts left. And the only thing I can possibly accommodate at that point is just an advanced craft station. Yeah, okay. Whoops. I did not mean to dump any of that. Just one piece of titanium, and then I can create this advanced crafting station. I will admit, my crafting and my building, there's no rhyme or reason to it. I'm not really trying to do any kind of aesthetically pleasing kind of structure It's just whatever helps me continue terraforming the planet and progressing through the tech trees. That's my only concern right now. In the future, in my save file, if I feel like I want to redecorate or restructure things or build a new base that looks more visually appealing, sure, I'll do that. But right now, my focus is the progression of the tech tree, so unlocking blueprints, and the progression of terraforming. This is a pretty huge size for a crafting station. Okay. Man, it does not really... I need space. I need room. Alright. I cave. I shall cave. Another blueprint received. Flower pot. Oh, shit. Shit's falling from the sky. Please don't hit me, and please don't hit my base. Please, please, please. I never feel comfortable during these sequences. I hope I don't get screwed. Ooh. Okay, in the safe confines of my base, for now. I mean, if I have yet to experience a destructive event. Okay, so... yeah. Okay. A little bit more spacey, eh? Got a little more space. Cool. Now I'm willing to build that crafting station. Considering it requires so much space for whatever reason. It's like a 3D printer, I bet. So oh, tier 4 stuff. Oh, this is where I can make super alloy. Ah, this is where I make uranium and iridium rods. Ah, engine parts. Ah, jetpack. Oh, jetpack. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Sorry, I'm getting a bit excited that I finally have access to this, because I was just saying it earlier before I discovered this, that I was like, oh, shit, man. You know, iridium is like fucking rare as fuck, you know what I mean? The rods anyway, and now I can actually craft them from the tier 2 crafting bench. So, hey, opportunities, new opportunities, what can I say? I'm very happy about that. Okay, cool. So now I know how to craft, because it tells me what I need to make the things that I need. And yeah, I just got to redistribute my resources a little bit, because they're kind of scattered around the entire map right now. And ideally, it would be nice to, you know, have it all kind of in one place. I kind of think I should make a storehouse, you know what I mean? That's what I should do. Because I've already looted the other crash sites, so I don't really need those bases that I built far yonder anymore. It was just specifically designed in a manner to allow me to not use oxygen canisters very much. Everything's highly disorganized, though, I have to admit. Wow, look, we're about to hit rain soon. 92%. Look at that. Holy crap. I've made progress. I'm very happy about that during the stream. I was worried that it was gonna be very slow for me in terms of the progress, and I've only played 2 hours, and I've already gone this far, which is fantastic. More than I expected. And this is solo play, right? Offline? Solo play? You know what I mean? I didn't think I'd make this much progress. Okay. Need ice for the water. Yeah, sorry, I just kind of decreased the gain to see if it really needed to be at 90. Since it's already this close to my face, I don't really think I need to have it any higher. Anyway. We're getting there. Look, 2% left. And then eventually I'm going to have rain. Or I'm going to actually just go outside for a brief sec and see if we actually start seeing any rain. In which case, then I can start building those grass growers. Oh shit, okay. Because I'm full up. That's fine. It's okay. My plan is to deconstruct that entire building and everything inside of it and just take it back to home base. Use those mats for something else. Atmospheric water collector. Yeah, boy. Well, okay, it may not have started to rain just yet, but the fact that I should eventually see rain, that's good. Liquid, oh, okay. So the next stage now is to have actual liquid water. So rain is one thing, but actual H2O, that's going to take some time. And you can even see how slow the rate is towards that next stage. That's okay. Eventually we'll see it. Damn it. Oh yeah, that makes sense actually, because that last piece of iron is in the building that I just left. That's why. A lot of these seeds I'm going to have to break down eventually, but not yet. Haven't seen it rain though. A tad bit disappointed that it's not raining right away. Maybe eventually. Cool. All right. So there is obviously that base over there that has materials that I also need to migrate over to my main hub here. The one over at that direction I'm still going to keep because there's aluminum there, and I'd like to collect all that aluminum for future builds and crafting and whatnot. But if I've already fully, looted certain crash sites, there's no reason to have bases near them. In fact, there's a base over there that I need to shut down at some point and break down. Fucking cobalt. Always something, You always need something. There we go. Now I have a higher elevation there. I figure I might as well make another floor. Okay, now that I have access to rain, even though I haven't seen it rain, what was the thing that I need? Oh, I see. Automatically collects water from humid ambient air. But it does require 11 energy, and I do not think I would need another uranium reactor. Because I only have 7 kilowatts of power remaining for whatever it is I'm going to craft. Right now, I'm trying to expand my base. Hence why I'm making a second floor. So yeah, I do need more iron. Oh my god, guys. It's actually raining. This is the first rainfall that I'm experiencing in the game. Wow. Mind you, when you're looking up at the sky, you're like, where is it coming from? When there are only just a little bit of cloud coverage. So you're kind of like, oh, I guess it's just kind of atmospherically forming somewhere above me. That's okay, though. I'm just happy to finally see it rain. This is the first rainfall officially in my terraforming escapades. I'm sure the content of this rain is probably not, like, you can't ingest it. And you certainly can't wash yourself with it. Oh, look at the shine. The sparkle of a wet, sandy surface. Although I don't think in real life sand is that reflective when it rains. But I could be wrong. Still, obviously, the designers of the game were like, well, you gotta make it look like it's been rained on, right? So, let's just put a sheen over top of everything. I wonder where that takes me. Cool. All right. I'm going to proceed to gather all of this iron because this is very useful. I'll be back here eventually. Oh, it stopped raining. Okay. Well, that was our first rainfall after finally achieving it. I should have expected it to happen a bit later and have it delayed because obviously, you know, just because I've achieved the stage where rain can fall doesn't necessarily mean it has to immediately happen once I've unlocked that feature in the terraforming. But it's nice, you know? Really nice. Okay. I just feel like I needed another floor because the objects and the structures that I'm building lately have become almost double to triple the size of the original tier 1, tier 2 items. So I'm kind of like, okay, things are getting bigger, so I need more space. I need a larger structure. You know, it's just kind of a given. So yeah, that's I would say that's pretty good. What time is it right now? 2:23. Okay, so I think I've pretty much made a decent dent in progress for the game. A heck of a lot more than I expected. And, at this point onwards, I just need to continue building what I've unlocked. I know there's some blueprint chips that I haven't inserted yet. But I'm extremely happy to, make the progress. I think when I started, I was like at 300 to maybe 400 terraformation KTI. Now I'm nearing 1,000, and I've only just played 2 hours, which is great in terms of progress. I've reached the stage of rain. Finally saw our first rainfall, and we're going to make our way to hopefully have lakes and ocean, maybe, with the liquid water stage. But yes, I've been very satisfied with my progress today, and intend to obviously revisit this game in the future. I guess you could say this is like my second time streaming this game. I usually don't revisit titles very often because of the variety of games that I stream, but in this case, I don't know, I'm really digging this game. I'm really enjoying it. So, again, thank you, Rotary Rocket. Thank you, Spiffy Baby, for chiming in and letting me know about the troubleshooting and the testing of the mic. And I guess now from the future onwards, I'm no longer going to use the SteelSeries microphone. I still use the headset. I'm wearing it right now, but at least to monitor audio. But I'm not going to, this is pretty much it. This will be the setup from my, for the future onwards. This is it. This is me using the Quadcast 2 from now on. And if people prefer the Quadcast to being the better choice for a microphone versus the SteelSeries microphone that I've been using in the past, feel free to comment, let me know, tell me which is better. But if people are telling me this is better, then yeah, I guess this is what we'll stick with. So thank you very much for joining me on my stream. And I suppose I'm going to end it here. I'm going to save, game save, exit the main menu. Well, there you have it, guys. That was a pretty decent stream, and it was about roughly 2.5 hours, so that's a good amount of time, if you ask me. I don't know when the next time is, my next stream or whatever, but we'll revisit it when it happens, I guess. In terms of games that I'm streaming, it's kind of a mood-based thing. I really don't know what I stream. I just kind of pick and choose at random. But if anybody wants to see me play a certain game, feel free to pitch it, whether it's on my Twitter or Instagram, whatever, because I post clips of my streams there. People are more than welcome to tell me what they'd like me to play and stream. Okay, well, thank you again, and until next time.